Alrighty then, I think I'm back now. Let's start getting this going, seeing what's going on. I mean, gave it some time, everything. Let's start sending this guy, see what's going on. I probably won't finish this out tonight, but hey, whatever. At least I have a nice little start on it. Like I said, I'm dropping the wheat. Figure if I can get enough of this wheat down and everything, get my next crop going and all that, I'll be doing alright. I can use the wheat here to feed the pigs, and I can use the wheat to feed some chickens. So there, I got both ends of that spectrum covered. I got enough grass to keep feeding some animals. I got everything like that going. I want to check on some other things too. So let's start on them now. Alright, if I go under animal technology, it's going to cost... Okay, this makes some silage here. Alright, that's 41,000. I ain't got the money. This here, this will do pretty nice. Yes. Yes. 53,000. Ain't get that money either. This here is just to cut up the straw. Milk. And water. Alright, so I ain't got any of that. So back. Then, if you really look into it, there's vehicles, and you can go to animals in the vehicle section. Cha-ching! And then you got these, but it's like everything has to be spread out across the ground for all this to forage for you, so I ain't really got that going. It's where you make your own like little piles and everything. I ain't got that up yet, so screw that, I ain't worried. May not have to go into... like here or something. Silos, I mean, small silo. I mean, there's my root grubs I'll be needing later on. I'll need 2 of those. One for potatoes, one for sugar beets. These here, I mean, I'm gonna do them 40? 40. 2 small, 1 medium. Same price. Well, same cost, daily cost. 2 different prices. Wonder which one would hold more, actually. 80. 80. Wonder which one holds more. Back. Back. Ooh, looking pretty. Pretty with the nitty gritty. Doing it like a little P. Diddy. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Tab. I'll be using that back there to do the field. Him going. I mean, let's check on it. I mean, all my animals are doing pretty good. Pigs are at 100%. Sheep are at 99. I mean, their cleanliness is dropping a little bit, but not enough to say. I want to get that changed down later on. I mean, that is awesome. But I need more of that. So, back. Let's just go buy some we'll pick up some pig food now. Big bags. Wait, back. Pallets? Herbicide, fertilizer, sugarcane, poplar. Herbicide, fertilizer. Back. You got the bales. Yay. Back. Big bags. And then you got these here. I mean, these wouldn't be too bad. They hold a lot more. They hold 2,000 a pop. And they are cheaper. Wait, I don't think this trailer can even pick up bags, can it? Let's see. Pallets. Bales, bales, bales. Mission pallets, lumber pallets, egg boxes, cotton. Didn't know he could pick cotton. Pallets. See, he can't lift up the bags. So, I mean, how many did I want? I wanted like 10 of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, got 10. Oats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. One, 2. Good. That's all I should need right now, okay? Now let's run out to the store. Start picking these up. I mean, then it's time to start putting them out. Get rid of that there. That should be enough pallets to last me a little while. Keep my animals happy and fed for a little while. I mean, I'm knocking out 2 pigs a day. That's not bad. Soon, I'll be knocking out like 15 pigs a day. And that will be time to get a damn trailer and start getting rid of them. But with how everything's set right at this minute, I mean, 2 pigs a day is not too bad. I'm getting a couple chickens, whatever. Everything's starting to work out. Everything's starting to move up. I just need the bags of food for the pigs for right now until I can actually start getting the food myself and making it. I would love to drop down a field of potatoes and get them all picked up and drop them all in the pigs, but I cannot do that right now. I just don't have the capabilities or functionality or anything like that. But what I can do is get the bags. I mean, one step at a time. I'm feeding the horses with the oats. I mean, I'll have more wheat for the pigs here in a little bit. I'm trying to become more and more self-sufficient. But right now, it's just a little bit on the harder side. See? How nice is that? Nice, organized. Now watch. U, Y, L. See? They got straps and everything. I think this is going to work out nice. Don't hit the damn fucking bucket. Damn it. Oh well, I turned it facing this way now, so it'll be alright. Gotta get these animals fed. This is my multitasking. I got somebody doing the field 4 over there, trying to get that all set up and done. As I'm working on that field 4 over there, I mean, I'm over here chilling with this like a villain. And trying to get all this knocked out too. Because if I can keep up on my animals, I mean, I'll be doing great. I have room for 16 horses, and I have 2. You know? I mean, I have room for so much more than what I have right now. It's just a matter of time before everything works out. Hey, thanks, Shane. Thanks for the sub. But, like I said, I'm just going to go about this here, get all this caught up and everything. One step at a time. Actually, right now, give me a half a second. I need to refresh something. Boom. And come back up here. Refresh on this one. Alright. Chat. Alright. Good enough. Whatever. I think everything will be fine. Just refreshing my chats and everything, you know. So maybe I know what's going on. Refreshing out all my windows and everything. They were all goofy. So, I think it's time I pull up here. Stop brakes. Tab, tab, tab. Alright. Now, I think I left my hooks over there. Hi Dragon Toes, it's Chess64 Shane. The map modder, I hope, playing the latest version. I think this is. What would be the difference in the versions? Now, since I'm actually talking to somebody who modded this map, made this map, I think we need to have a conversation. I'm a very honest person when it comes down to it, alright? I'm not trying to hurt feelings, break hearts, whatever, but it might happen. Okay? My theory on this map, you did good for the size and everything like that. Just, how can I put it? It's kind of bland. East and Central do not work. I haven't even got that far. So, I mean, those are my silos, is what you're saying? But all in all, I'm not trying to be a douche to critique you and tell you that the map, you know, I want to help you make the map better by my opinions. I'm not trying to be, like, mean about it. I love a 4X map. Oh, where I sell the grain. Okay. Okay. Well, is there a way that I can look in here to see what version this is? Without jumping out of the game? Or do I need to jump out of the game to find out what version? Well, Tobes, if you want to donate, I think I have my donation up. I think it's in there somewhere. I forgot where I put it all the way. Oh, let me look real quick. Oop. Let me look at it for you real quick if you want to donate. PayPal. Enter. ME /XDRAGONTOES X. There you go. I put it in, you'll have to put it in the hotbar. I just updated it to everything works in this version. Oh, okay. Okay, if you just put it up, I've had this here for, yeah, Toby, check the title again. I just updated it for you. But, if you just recently updated it, I've had this for almost a week now, I believe. So, I don't know if it's this one. And you said the picture. Well, I don't think it's that picture. So, let me jump over here. I'm going to save the game real quick. Back out of it real quick. Well, career. Okay, this is just 1.2. That's the thing, is it's just 1.2. It's not both. Alright? Or it's not 121. But anyhow. Yeah. As you can see right here. Is there a way, I don't know if it's possible, but is there a possible way that you could start... I'm going to ask you this because I say it on every map I play. Alright? You know the older equipment? Like the old school tractors, 25 horse, stuff like that? Alright? Is there a way that you could throw that equipment in? Alright? The reason why I'm going to say this is I like, when I start out, to have very little of anything. I mean, to take field 4 here, plus this little section here, and cut it up into like 5 fields. And this is just an idea. Cut this into like 5 different fields here, and start out with really old equipment. Because I've seen the packs for it, where like you get the old wooden wall trailers and the wooden wall manure spreaders, stuff like that. But not F1, this here. Okay, so what I'm going with is like this here. This whole section can be cut down into like 5 different fields, 4 different fields, whatever. And have it where it just turns around. You start out with really old equipment over here, really shoddy equipment, and you just do each one of these individual farms as a start out. And then use these to modify up to the better equipment, better area. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. One, it will add a lot more difficulty. It'll add a lot more playthrough, causing the person to have to start with, you know, not even end of the game equipment. And, like, cut an area out. And, I mean, I really like driving through the towns and having the towns in the game, too. I love how the fields are set up. I love how you cut all the timber areas here. Alright? I really like that. But add in a little bit more houses. Maybe a couple more little barns. These are just simple things for visual ideas. Being a version 1.2, 1.1 area, I understand where each step is coming, but I was just curious about more visual aesthetics. Because when you're running back and forth on here, Alright, you even tossed me that download, which I will have to click on that download in a little bit. Actually, I will have it where it shows to everybody. That's one. That's that. That's an advertisement. That's an advertisement. Size. Download. Download. I'm finishing off roads and fences and selling stations. Alright. Click the add Chrome, extend version to complete concept. Oh my god. Now is it going to allow me to download? There we go. 25 more seconds. I will be adding more houses too. I'm going to add in traffic late update. Alright, so I got a question since I've never done it. I mean, I think it's best to ask when I don't know anything. It's just something It's just something I've done forever. Is there a way that you can take the traffic, alright, and make the traffic where it does not go in the same ordeal? Well, the same path every single time. That's the one thing I hate about traffic, is it takes the same exact path. Or is there a way that you can randomize its path it takes? And yes, it probably does take forever to build a 4X map. I am not going to, like, complain, cry, or whine about it. I agree that it probably does, because I went through watching Dashnet, if you know who I'm talking about, do one of his maps, and it took him, well, it takes him and a team months to do a map. So I'm not knocking you about taking time to do it. I just don't know the process. That's the best way I can put it. I don't know the full process and details of what you can and cannot do. I have fun with these maps. I really do. I have a lot of fun playing on these bigger maps. But to change out the equipment, the starting equipment, would be amazing. This is my first map build and didn't realize how much it... Okay, I've read that one. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I have a lot of fun with these. And it's just... mind-boggling to me about it. And you're the first map maker to ever sit back and say hi to me. But, who was it? I think it was Ian Robinson. If you ever watch him, back on Farm Simulator 15, he was playing on a map called Hardworking. I think that was actually pretty cool. I built this one to make everything open and easy to cut down those drone fields. I wanted to let gamers change it in game. Alright, I see where you're coming from. I see exactly where you're coming from. And you're right. I mean, you can make these fields, like, amazingly huge, where it will take, like, a couple days to cut down the, you know, do the whole field. And you have that on there. I was just wondering how far you're going on it and stuff. Like I said, I know nothing about the process. Ooh. I think these piggies are gonna be happy for a day or so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change out files and stuff like that and start the season over, I think. Come on, kick up. I saw you kick up on one. I'm in the middle of doing a standard size map now. So, what's your plans with the standard size map? If you don't mind me asking, just for like little tips, tricks, hints. And another question, were you surprised to see somebody out playing on the map? Ooh. There's a lot of stuff to add in here. Oh yeah, that is true. There is a lot of stuff to add. I mean, I understand if it takes months to, you know, do all this. Okay, so your next one is similar to this, just a highly detailed map. Alright. I can go with that idea. Now, is it going to be built off the United States or another country? Ooh, drop. It's almost emptied. Almost emptied. So awesome seeing someone play. Oh, it's awesome seeing somebody play this live? Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe that I should give everybody a fair shot on maps, okay? A lot of the maps, like I said, I don't like them because of how bland it is. I mean, you walk onto the map and you have all the biggest equipment possible. And to me, that's no fun, you know? With most maps, I have to go in, sell half of the equipment, 3/4 of the equipment, so I can get some entertainment out of the map. I sell all this equipment and then I bankrupt myself for the entertainment of the map. And I love the 4X maps. I really do. And it's kind of hard for somebody like me to keep entertained on these maps because, I mean, I've got thousands of hours into these games. And with all these hours into these games, I mean, if there is no difficulty in playing it, I have a hard time staying entertained with it. Okay, you're in New Zealand? No wonder why you're up at this hour. Damn. I mean, I try to tell the wife all the time that I talk to people from all around the world. She thinks I'm crazy half the time. So, it's actually kind of cool to talk to somebody who makes the maps or is making a map. Oh, just go above it. This is my socialization. I'm usually stuck in a truck or a front loader and all that all day. This is how I talk to people if you can't notice. But, yeah, I mean, as I was saying, I want something that's a little bit more difficult to keep my attention. I mean, the easy ones, I believe, are for a younger generation than what I am. It's for the kids of the groups. It really is. But, as I was saying, Ian Robinson got on a map called Hard Working or something like that. And I really liked that map. It was an amazing map. Even though it was Farm Simulator 15 when they first started cutting trees and everything, I really liked the map. For a simple fact is you had like one small field, okay, to start with. You had one tractor. You had just a little bit of equipment, you know. And that was it. You had just a little bit of stuff and that was it. And with just that teeny bit of stuff, what it was doing was, it was making you where you had to plow out your own field. After you got done plowing, well, taking down all the trees around your field, I mean, you had to plow it all out and everything else. You had to do everything manually, which made it, like, really impressive to play. I added the largest harvester as requested by comments. Now, did you ever wonder what find out, or how can I word this correctly? Do you know the age group that requested that? Because Okay. Because, I mean, my two stepkids, they've played on here before, and it's like, all they wanted was, like, the easiest stuff to do. A couple of the guys I joke with at the fire hall and at work, whatever, when they play it, it's like they play it as a time killer. When I jump into this and I'm playing this, for me, what it is not just the time killer. I'm trying to accomplish something. And as you're seeing, I do this live streaming. So I like to show people different aspects and different, you know, points of view upon playing. Like, honestly, you're the only one on here, okay? The only map that I have played that has challenged me to take care of all the animals day one. But yet, in the long run, you also gave me the ability to take care of all the animals on day one. Alright? I've never had to take care of them. This is the first time I've taken care of pigs. This is the first time I've dealt with horses. So, it's just this challenge that you're throwing at me. I love the challenges. I love bringing it up. That's why I always bring up about the old tractors and everything. To add that package in with the old tractors and the really old trailers. I'm talking stuff from like the 30s and everything. To throw that in would be like amazing. And where you have just plots of land. I mean, some fields here and there, but plots of land. And as I was thinking about it, alright, question I don't know the answer to, so I might as well ask you. Alright? I come into here, come up to here. Okay, so these people that own, like this guy here that owns Field 17, do you put that in where he owns it? No, it's not vanilla machinery. It is mods off of Mod Hub. Yeah, it's... I seen a tractor pack. I seen the manure spreader. I think I seen a slurry tanker. I know that I had it on 17. I don't know if they converted it over to 19. But I do like that older equipment. But back onto this theory. Do you say who owns what fields? And what areas? Reason why I'm asking, alright, say if this guy owns... Okay, no, it's random landowners? Okay, so you can't say that this one person owns these 3 fields and this person owns this area? Okay. Alright. Well, that hurt my feelings. Because I was going to say, hey, if this person owns these areas here, well, then link them all together for that one person. You know, and put a house there and all that. I mean, that would just make sense. It would be cool to set it up like that. But, okay, yeah, if you can't control that, that's a different story. That's way too much scripting and crap, probably, for any one person to really ever want to do then. Wow. I've been putting a lot on my equipment. I really have. I made Field 13 to make grass. That's why I was wondering about Field 13, because I passed it. I'm like, oh man, this is one of those other grass missions. And this grass mission here is just going to take me forever to do. I don't want it until I get the tractor to do it. Because I wanted the big M for doing field 13. Like, I'm not going to touch it until I get that big M. Right there. Bailing. Yep. I haven't even touched it. Kind of afraid. Scares me just a wee bit. For doing stuff like that, I want one of these. Now, do you create each of the houses yourself, or do you take them from like other maps? Curiosity. Tab. Tab. Ooh. Yeah, when I got field 4, it was cotton. Now I have nothing for the cotton, really. Happy I got all my animals fed. That's a plus. Matter of fact, I gotta check into that. Oh, okay. So you take it off of those. Alright. The US map kind of hurt my feelings. It really did. Their standard US map turns around and it makes America look bad. It really does. It makes it look very run down. And I honestly been to a lot of places that are like not run down. I need more of those. Ooh. Finally getting some good food in here. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, like I was saying, I like how this is all set up. It's decent. I think that it's also... You said you're working on it, so I understand where you're coming from, and I saw that this was only a version 1.2. I just added McDonald's and BP station to get textures and shaders. It affects the file size. Okay. So are you worried about like driving people's computers into the ground with the file size? Because you're probably not going to hurt my feelings too much on that. I should be able to keep playing it without a problem. I don't have the best computer, but my computer's not like behind times. Does the hills and stuff like that, the terrain height and everything affect file size? Let me get on something that can actually move. Q, drop that. Lots of complaints. So they're complaining that the file is just too big? Huh. I didn't think it was too big at all. I thought it was like fairly small. I figured it would be like a 1 gig, you know, upload. Okay, because I was thinking, if you have like breaks in the terrain, where you have like cliffs and stuff like that, ups and downs, I mean, that can add more depth to the map. Weird, eh? Farm Simulator are bug files? Huh. Like, I was confused about this here. These trees right here. They're like really tall, really straight, and there is nothing on them. I was so confused about them. I'm like, I've never seen a tree like that. These regular pines are one thing, but these ones kind of confused me. Yeah, well, I think they're a pretty goofy looking pine. It's not from my area. I can tell you that much. Oh, I kind of like this area. Some of the map I just haven't really explored yet. So you can still throw the logs in the water and everything? Largest size trees. Well, it's just really weird for where I'm from. Because I'm from, like, Pennsylvania. Yeah, United States area. And, I mean, we have pine trees. We have the whole Allegheny National Forest near me. We also have Lake Erie. And it's like those types of trees I've never seen. And I've been all over the U.S. I've been to all 48 of the continental states. It's actually really cool. And if you like knock down all the houses from where I'm from and everything, you get rid of all the houses, it would look like this, but it would have bigger hills and more water, you know? And all these fields here would just be potatoes. That's it, just potatoes. But like I said, that's, you know, where I'm from. We make more potatoes here than anywhere else in the world. Oh yeah, I was going to, trust me, but the only reason that's holding me back right now is I hate, absolutely hate the controls for the logging. It's not the map. It's just the controls. I think that they are the worst damn ever. I cannot pick up certain things, or it will start tipping my tractor. The smallest trees will start tipping my tractor over. I tried it in my last, little series that I had going, and I was so fed up with it so quickly. He's over this way. It's basically, like I said, it's just those tractor controls for picking up everything. I believe that they have failed on that, on this, Now, which multi-fruit are you going with? I've seen the new ones that have the, what is it? The tobacco and all that on it. Are you going in that direction? Or are you going with more of a production map? Because I actually think that the production maps are very entertaining. I was running the one that Dashnet made, Rivers or whatever it was. The Pleasant Valley one. He always does. And the only thing I could not get over was the train. The train screwed up every time I would go to be dropping stuff off. The train would start glitching me and everything else, and that was just a turn off, and I stopped playing 15 and waited for 17 to come out. Or, I stopped on 17 and waited for 19 to come out. Because of the whole train. But I think that the production maps are amazing. Millet, hemp, carrots, sugar, rye, onion, and hops. Alright. Alright, I can see where you're going with that. Can everybody on Twitch read his comments that are coming up? Because who I'm talking to is Shane. He's the creator of this map. And I was trying to see what's going on with this map, if he's changing it out. I'm also seeing what's going on with his next maps that he's coming out with. He says he's got a normal size or regular size map. And he's also working on this 4X map, trying to knock out the little bugs in it and try to clean up the bareness. If that'd be a fair word to use. Trying to make this map everything it can be. As I screw up, and we will see. Yeah, I got 3 other people here. It should be showing up, yeah, on Twitch watching. And I just want to make sure everybody can see what you're saying, what's going on. Ooh. E. Yes. H. E. Run. E. Go! There we go. Getting out of here. That should cover him for about the rest of the field, almost. I mean, I might have to fill him up once more, but that's really small. Oh man, stretch out left, stretch out right. Ran out of pop and everything. My feelings got hurt on it. So have you thought about doing a production map? That should be the next question for that. Hope I didn't lose you. But yeah, I mean, have you started out with a production map? That would be awesome. So do you want me to cut field 4 into quarters? Well, here's the thought, alright? It depends on the equipment that is going to be used, okay? That's what I'm going to go on. To come up here and point it out, alright? You got field 4 here. If you're going to stay with the larger equipment... Oh, there's no production mods out? I didn't know if there was or wasn't. It's the thought behind it. But if you're going to go with the smaller equipment, alright, and stuff like that, this is a great starting point for the farm. Now, quick thought, I started this out in like the medium mode where you don't start with a field and all that. So I don't know how you would do the equipment where all the equipment disappears and the whole farm area disappears. I don't know if you can do that on there. But honestly, straight out the box, I think that this here, let's go into the X plane. This area here should be its own. This area here should be its own. Alright? If you're going to keep with the larger equipment. If you're going to move down to smaller equipment, okay, you're going to be adding it all when it comes in. Alright. That sounds good. But if you're going to go with smaller equipment, what I would do is if you're doing the real small equipment, I would cut this here, okay, and cut it here. Leave this as a grass area and have 2 small fields here and a couple smaller fields here. Like maybe knock this in half, alright, for a couple small fields. And around the area here, alright, I would chop like maybe 2 in half and 1 in half to have it where you build up. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing that I'm looking at is if I'm starting with really small equipment, alright, and I do this here, honestly, I would never afford that there. You know? That's over $1 million. It'd take me forever that would take me forever if I'm starting with smaller equipment. So if the fields got broke up, all right, into smaller sections, it will at least make me feel like I am getting somewhere. And as it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere, it will push me to keep going to the next, to the next, to the next. But if you're keeping with the large equipment that you're having, all right, by doing that, the main thing I would do is probably drop the price of that and cut this in half. Have this as a section, have this as a section, cut the price on this one. Maybe cut the price on 9 a little bit too, but break it off into another section. That's how I'm seeing it. I mean, other than that, you're earning so much off of each one of these fields individually that a couple days go by on the game and you're able to buy another field. Or right here, whatever. Yeah. I have this whole section. A couple more days go by, I can buy this section. A couple more days go by and I can buy the whole area here. Then I can, you know, I can build out from there. But how I'm seeing it is it just depends on the equipment that you're moving with. As you said, you moved up and got the largest harvester. So what I'm suspecting out of it is you either picked up like the 1090 or the Ideo, which are both amazing harvesters right off the bat. But I mean, it's your map, it's your way of doing it, it's your everything. I just, you know as well as I do, you see something, you try something once, you fall in love with it, and it becomes a completely different story. You fall in love with the idea of how something's done, and it becomes something different. Doing missions gets you good dollars to buy, but it's easy to buy fields. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. These missions. I mean, here, let's go to look at the missions straight out. I mean, 33,000 for field 1, and you look at the acres. That's not bad for that equipment. That's great for that equipment. 100,000. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I had a bad experience with doing potatoes once on a field. Alright. Because I was doing potatoes and on the game standard map, that large field 8 or whatever, the American field 8, I was doing potatoes on that, and it's like 3 hours later, it seems like I didn't move. And where they wanted me to take the potatoes was all the way to the other side of the map. So it's like I was just straight running back and forth, and I got burned out on that. So every time I see potatoes or whatever, you know, see anything of that style, I begin to cringe. Yeah, I mean, like this, seeing this, it's like, ugh. I did that once. It hurt so bad. It took forever. And then 95. Like this here. This here. Honestly. Just to figure this out roughly. How many hours would this take? How many trips would this take? And the other question to go with this, okay? This is not a dumb question at all, I found out. Can you fit that trailer underneath that without a problem? Just a thought. Because on field 8, on the American map, you know, that does not work out like that. He's gonna need to be refilled. I highly doubt that that dude donated me the money he said he was going to. Alright, where were we going? You can... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trust me, I do. I do, big time. I always hire workers, and I always do fertilizing missions, alright? Like, I'll look through here. It's like, oh, is there any fertilizing missions? No, it's just harvesting. I'll let it go. I'll wait like an hour or so. And when it comes up to the next fertilizing mission, it's like, oop, gotta go. Have to get this out of the way. And that's how I handle the fertilizing missions. I make them quick and easy. So anyhow, back to this map real quick. You said this place and that place? Checking. Okay, so here, not there. Here and here is not accepting, correct? On this map.